Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Um, I wanted to talk about something that happened to me last night. I'm still in Indiana. I was supposed to fly out to New York City today, this morning. Unfortunately, I did not make it to my flight. I started getting sick. I thought it was COVID, but it's not. And it's kind of concerning me because it was something that it was very unexpected. I started getting sick about 8:30 last night. I was about to turn in, because since I knew I was gonna have an early flight, I wanted to go to bed early and get my rest. So then to prepare myself for getting up early, to travel. But unfortunately, my body decided, hey, we're gonna have some fun tonight. So unfortunately, I became very ill. I started experiencing like dizziness, and as you can see, I'm still laying down. So I was like laying down, getting ready to, you know, hit. If you see me swiping, it's because people are still messaging me. I started experiencing dizziness, and it was very, very weird because I was laying down. I wasn't doing anything strenuous. I wasn't stressed with anything in particular, and I started experiencing very dizziness, and I was just like, okay, this is not right. This doesn't feel good. So I figured maybe I close my eyes and just try to rest it out. The dizziness was getting intense. And then I decided to sit up, and then I was just like, okay, maybe I need some water, drink some water. Got up, go in the kitchen, and then I felt like I have to go to the bathroom, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, I felt very nauseous to the point that I felt like throwing up. And it wasn't like a stomach virus because I've had viruses, stomach virus, and it wasn't even that. And if I'm whispering, I'm sorry if I'm whispering right now, but my ex-partner, my friend, he's still sleeping, so I don't want to wake him up. Anyway, so I started experiencing nausea, and next thing you know, I just said I felt like I had to throw up, and I started throwing up and throwing up. It was just very unusual because I wasn't getting stomach pains or anything like that. And I I know my ex-partner, he heard me in the bathroom, and he was like, are you okay? Like, he was kind of worried because he noticed I wasn't in my bed. And I was telling him, I'm like, I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling good. And I feel dizzy. And so he made sure that I, didn't fall. Once I was finishing with the throwing up and I cleaned myself, I he helped me back to bed, and he started panicking. I feel bad because it was very stressful for him. And plus, he's still recovering from his own surgery. So to see me in that condition, it was just really heartbreaking. And he called my sister, which she's in New York. And next thing you know, he's like saying, we're going to go to the hospital. We're going to go to the hospital. And I was like, okay. I just was like really woozy. And then I felt like throwing up again. And all I said to him was like, give me the bucket. I feel like throwing up. And he gave me a bucket, and I throw up again. And it was just bad. It was so bad. Anyway, so, he called the Uber, and poor lady, I wound up throwing up in the car, but luckily I had a bag because I told my ex-partner, I said, listen, let's bring a bag just in case if I get sick in the car. Sure enough, I did. And next thing you know, I was sick in the car. Got to the hospital. It was like about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes from where we were at. And I'm going to say the hospital in Indiana where I was at, I thank you, team, because it was, taking care of a person not from your area. It was really, really nice of you. You are an amazing team, and I'm proud to be there, even though I was not in the best condition, but Indiana's hospital. And they took care of me right away. They did all sorts of tests. They did EKG. They did blood tests. They did a CT scan. I was there from, I believe, from 9:30 until 4 o'clock in the morning. And so they gave me, like a Benadryl mixed with something to calm my nausea. And then when they finally did the CT scan, they said that I had suffered some sort of seizure. But the seizure stems from some genetic thing that maybe I had since childhood, which is kind of strange because they said, it's very rare to have somebody older to develop this particular problem, because they said it shows like my brain has some sort of calcification in certain part of the brain. So it's usually stems from, like a genetic thing, which is very strange. So at least it wasn't something to the point that I need surgery or anything like that. So it's just basically I have to follow up with my doctor once I get to New York, and my ex-partner asked if it's pertaining to my condition, because most of you know I have UCTD, which is undifferentiated connective tissue disease. And so far, he thinks it's not related to that, but you never know, because he's not an expert either on that field. So I'm, they told me it was just a seizure, and they made sure that I stabilized enough to go home. I came home about 4:30 this morning. So I'm still kind of tired, as you can see. I still have the hospital band. And I'm trying to take it easy. Unfortunately, I missed my flight to New York City. So luckily my flight has been changed. So I'll be stuck in Indiana for another week and a half, and which makes my ex-partner very happy, because we've been catching up and letting go a lot of things. We're in such a good place in our lives. It's important to close old chapters and build friendship out of the situations that we did towards each other. And we will always love each other, because he's been there for me. I'm trying to be there for him as a friend. So we are just in a too good place in our lives. So now probably add more vlogs for this trip. This trip has been crazy, but hopefully once I get to New York, I'll figure out what's going on with my health regarding to this, because I really don't want to go through another seizure, and I pray that I don't. And if anybody that has UCTD, please let me know if you experience something like this, because I'm kind of curious. I just don't know. You know, like when we're all going through this illness, we don't know what brings up what. So if anybody has experienced seizures like mine, because like I said, I had dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and if anybody went through this, please let me know in the comment box on YouTube, so then I could make an understanding where I'm at, because I'm kind of concerned. And but in the meantime, I'm going to try to continue recuperating and try to get stronger. Anyway, sorry if I'm not looking my finest, but it is what it is. I said I was going to be real and raw. Anyway, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're new, give it a like, please. Anyway, I'll see you soon in my next video. Let's see.